Yeah, man. It was a topic, man. The man was talking about technology and how technology destroyed the modern day relationship. We're gonna play this clip by this gentleman and get y'all take on what it is that he had to say.
Simply put, it's a disaster. Whenever technology comes into an industry, it consolidates it. Mating has been consolidated in the worst way. 50 men on Tinder, 50 women. 46 of the women show all of their attention to just 4 men, leaving 46 men pursuing just 4 women. If mating was a country, it would be more unequal than Venezuela. We have huge mating inequality. And here's the problem. When people don't get together and there's no pheromones and there's no vibe, women, and we don't like to say this on the left, primarily try and make very quick assumptions about this individual's ability to garner resources in the future. So what you have is this concentration of interest, and you're ending up with Porsche polygamy, where 10% of the men get 90% of the attention, which does not lead to good behavior or form long-term relationships. E-commerce was disastrous for retail. Social media was disastrous for everybody. Online dating is disastrous for mating and for men. It's terrible.
Online dating is disastrous because it creates unrealistic expectation and it slims the market down smaller than it should be in certain people's minds. Do y'all feel like there's some validity to what that man had to say?
You said it slims the marketplace?
Yeah, and more than it should in some people's minds, meaning that somebody that's a 5, just like he said, still feeling like, hey, I need to shoot for the top 4 or 5 men, or I need to shoot for the top 4 or 5 women in this thing. Like women who on my level, nah, I ain't messing with them. I'm trying to shoot for the top of the chain. So much so that they would, they would ignore the women who are on their level. You know what I'm saying? So it slims down the margin, slims down the options smaller than it should be in their mind.
Yeah, there's some validity to that. Yeah.
A lot of validity.
There is a lot of validity to that, I guess. I mean, people are just unrealistic nowadays, too. I don't know how to answer that question. I don't even know what the question is.
Yeah, I mean, and speak to what that does to the 4 people who are at the top of the chain.
Man,
It kind of enables them to not settle.
it's like hoarding, almost. Like you got so many options to choose from. That's what makes it harder, for the other men that's not being picked. I mean, I said that before that when I looked that up, that stat or whatever. Like, it's just crazy that, again, it goes back to like the aesthetics, like 6'2", 6'3", like the women gonna say looking for that. They want X amount of money. He got to be handsome. He got a clean cut. He got to da-da-da-da. Whole time, she built like a Oompa Loompa or something, but you want the cream of the crop. Man, vice versa. Same thing.
He came with the disclaimer quick.
He came out quick.
You saw that?
I mean, it go both ways, but what I'm saying is,
But women do it more than men, though. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Well, yeah. Well, men are swipe left or right on whatever they see. It be what kind of vagina it is. They gonna swipe left at whatever it is. Men have only two things they look for: physical appearance and a vagina.
Yep.
that's true.
Women, they want 6'2", have a good job, stable career, fine.
You got to be Prince Charming.
Six-pack, Prince Charming. I mean, they're more direct on what they want. And that's why most of them only pick the top 1% of men. While the other men on there, they really just trying to fuck whatever they can fuck. I don't want to say fuck, but have sex with whatever they can have sex with. Have sex with whatever they can have sex with at the time, because we're just some horny people. People most of the time on these dating sites and Tinder and stuff just using it just to have sex.
That's true.
Most of them.
But here's a question: like, what should that do to the mindset of men who not in that top 4? Because that type of situation is going to do one of 2 things. Mm-hmm. It's going to make you become depressed because you're not in that top tier level as far as your ability to get women, or it's going to motivate you to elevate. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out like what's y'all's thoughts on how they should be thinking, or do y'all feel like it's just unfair and that's just going to always be the way it is?
Oh, they're using every avenue of resource they're using to date. Because most men that are 4 or 3s, they stay on the internet and they just use the internet with a fake profile trying to get women. They're scared to approach a woman. They're scared to go out and communicate with women because they ain't never had no time around a woman. Because they already put themselves in, I'm only a 4 or 3, so nobody's going to like me. Instead of going approaching the other 4s and 3s of people. That's fact.
Right, that's true.
Or instead of going and approaching these other women and having conversations with them. You still can get a woman with a mouthpiece if you got the right mouthpiece, but most of them are shy and don't know how to communicate. So they sit back on behind these Tinder sites, make a fake profile, whatever, catfish somebody, or don't even catfish nobody, just don't know how to communicate. Even through text messages, they start talking about weird shit and get disposed of.
Sub to OnlyFans.
I'm serious. I mean, and most of the time, a lot of these guys are just they're freaking addicted to porn now. Porn is taking the place of even them one. They got pocket pussies and robo dogs or whatever it is.
Robo dogs.
And that's getting them off.
Yeah. Because the women rejecting them.
They didn't even make a shot.
Well, that's very
They
true.
done made a shot at an Instagram model or one of these OnlyFans women. You know how they making that money? From these lowball 2, 3s. They don't have no confidence in themselves, but they got some money, so they use their credit card, run their credit card up, giving these women, as much money as they want to think they're getting their own personal attention from them, getting pussy pictures or whatever it is.
She copy and pasting your ass.
And they jacking off and being humble about it and then fall in love because they just been jacking off to this woman the whole time and she's taking your money. Now you mad.
It's a cold game when you say it like that. That do be
That's how it go.
Yeah, that's how it go.
Porn is destruction right now.
Very.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's altering men's reality. It's making them not even want to. I mean, it's kind of like government assistance did to people's ambition. If we're gonna be honest, it's a lot of people that's just like, man, you know what? I ain't about to go to school. I ain't about to do nothing. I'm gonna just chill and collect these checks from the government, man. I ain't about to go get a higher education and try to get a better paying job. I'm good, man. Government paying my bills. I'm cool. I think porn does that same thing to men.
They don't even want to know what pussy feels like. They just gonna jack off and go buy the pocket pussy.
But how do you
Robo doll.
How do you, especially a young man, like stress the importance of how you don't need it or how to avoid it? Like that's what I'm saying. You young, your hormones are raging. You ain't gotta have the pressure of asking a woman to lay down with you or convincing a woman to lay down with you. You got it on your phone, laptop, computer, whatever they use. And you can get pleasure. What you really want at the end of the day. So which is
There's 2 different types of pleasures right there.
I know, but I know.
If you didn't really ask,
But getting off is getting off for some people.
well, hey.
So how do you tell them that they don't have to go that route if for them they get their release?
I think it starts in the household as parents from young. You got to force them in that water. That's what it is. I think a lot of parents don't do that. They want to coddle their kids, so they want to make it whatever is the path of least resistance. That's what we're gonna do. Nah, baby, you ain't got to go to that school dance. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to go to prom. No, you ain't got to ask nobody. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do this. You ain't got to go, out with your friends, or you ain't got to go play no sports. You ain't got to join no clubs. You can just come home and just do what you want to do, play Fortnite or whatever all night long. Do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. When we was young, that wasn't the case. Get y'all ass outside. We'll see y'all later on. We drinking water out the water hose. We playing basketball all day. We, I was knocking and running, all type of shit like that. We doing a bunch of different things outside because our parents forced us to be outside.
Don't be wasting all my good air.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Be home before the street lights come on.
Be home before the street lights. That was the golden rule. But what's crazy, and this is in line with what we talking about. I seen a video to where a mama was forcing her kid to fight.
Damn, yeah. He
was out there in the neighborhood, and it was some dudes that was bullying him. He was a kind of bigger kid, but you could tell he was just soft. Mm-hmm. He was afraid of contact, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And those guys standing outside his crib, his mama walk him out there and put your guards up and fight him. Mm-hmm. So, the dude, he Timmy crying, he's scared, but he trying to fight, he getting, worked or whatever the case may be, and she pick him right back up. No, hold your hands like this and go back in there and get it done. Go, you know what I'm saying? Show them you ain't scared. Because they're going to keep messing with you if you don't.
Yep.
That's the example of what I mean by throwing them in the fire, forcing them to go do that. Because, again, I'm like I always do, I read the comments, people saying, oh, that's abuse. I can't believe she's making them do that and blah, blah, blah. But everybody who grew up the way we did said, yep, I understand completely. That's going to be necessary. Because life is going to kick your ass. That's just what it is. It ain't even got to be physically coming from a person. Life is going to kick your ass. So you need to get used to adversity because it's coming. When you leave this house, which you're going to have to do eventually, you're not going to be able to live with your parents until you're 70. It don't work like that. You're going to have to go out on your own. And when you do, you're going to run into adversity. But if every time adversity comes up, I pull you away from it and I coddle you, or I keep you in a safe place to it, nah, you ain't got to go do that. When you run into the adversity, it's going to kick your ass 10 times worse. So to answer your question, it starts in the household as parents. You need to be forcing these kids outside to go interact with people, go interact with women, get comfortable interacting with women. And then once they get a taste of what that's like, they'll want no parts of that robo doll that he's talking about or none of that, because they're going to develop a certain confidence. So even if they can't pull that IG model, they can pull a 7. Just off gift the gab and, having a haircut and smelling good, hygiene and things of that nature alone, and being, having a decent conversation. A lot of these dudes literally fall apart around a woman, get nervous, shake, like all type of shit. Like
Sweat,
really,
all type of shit. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they never had no interactions like that. So when they, in these same spots by chance, and like a woman is talking to them, like they'll go in a panic mode because they wasn't forced to be outside like we was. To where back in the day, like you had to go get a girl number, like pen and pad number. It wasn't, let me message you let me DM you. Hey, here go my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. We didn't have that. We had to go get the number. Go talk to this woman. Go she in the mall with her friends. Walk up to a group of 4 or 5. Hey, excuse me, can I talk to you? Chop it up with her. Boom, boom. Hey, my name is such and such. I thank you. Da 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 da. Like that's what we had to do to get women. But these kids can literally.
They got a TikTok dance.
Right. It's crazy. So it's crushing their social skills. They don't have no social skills. And it's like, as parents, like I said, parents enable that shit, man. Force that kid outside.
While we here.
TikTok dancing up.
While we here. I don't want to take us too far down, but I like the conversation. We can go back to the porn talk. Hypothetically.
Hey, yo.
That's what we're talking about.
Yo.
Hypothetically, okay? Because I just thought about this. So you're on the other end. Let's just say hypothetically, your kid is the bully, and that mom brings her kid outside to fight. Now, of course, she not putting her hands on you, your son or daughter, whatever, but she does bring the kid outside. How would you feel about that, being on the other side?
I'm all for it. I mean, as long as she don't jump in, I'm all for it. Because again, if it was my kid is the bully, then he can handle himself. But he also needs to learn that you can't do that to everybody.
Very true.
Eventually, you're gonna run into somebody who's gonna fight back
and whoop
your ass, or you may whoop them, but you may lose a lot in the process of whooping them. But a lot of times, bullies don't face opposition like that until they get older, until they play with something. Because again, bullies are smart. They act dumb, but they smart. They know who to play with and who not. So yeah, if I'm the other parent and she brought her kid out there to fight my son, and my son been bullying them or whatever, for one, I'm gonna be mad at my son for bullying them. So it's like, okay, well, go ahead, and I'm gonna be standing right out there watching it. And if it get to be too far, then we're gonna jump in and break that up. But yeah, I wouldn't feel no way. Again, get comfortable with that type of shit.
I'm gonna sneak my son.
Go sneak your son.
You gonna sneak your own son? Fucking short out here.
You done bullied too many people in the school. You never know when they all gonna jump you. I'm just trying to teach you.
It can come out of nowhere.
Head on the swivel. You wasn't looking around like you supposed to.
Nah, they on your neck. I can't help you. They on your neck.
Yeah, man, but yeah, that video, cause she brought her son out there. It was 3 of them. It was 3 other kids. It was the main bully who had his hands up and he was ready to fight, and the other 2 dudes was watching.
And that main bully, he'd say, he get out there.
Yeah.
That little kid get out there.
And he could even fight for real, but that's another concept for another day. But what I'm saying is this, right? He get his ass worked with a straight right. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is that what that mama did is gonna save that kid's life. That's how I feel. And you can tell who wasn't outside. You can tell who was coddled when they was coming up in those comments just by their response. I mean, you literally have people outraged. Like, CPS should take her kid from her. Like, this is egregious. I can't believe she's forcing him to blah, blah, blah. Oh. And again, everybody who grew up outside, we like, well, I don't see nothing wrong. Because that's similar to how it used to be. You used to get your ass whooped, come on, mama, he beat me. Get your ass back outside and fight him again. And if he whoop you, I'm whooping you when you get home. Either you whoop him or I whoop you.
That's to the bullies.
Right.
Yeah. That was another instance. Okay, what about this one? Damn.
I probably wouldn't send my kid out there to fight. Not if they pulled her to my house. I would say I would put your ass in some goddamn karate classes or boxing classes, and we gonna learn that way. But if they jump on you in school, then you gonna have to put your hands on them. But not at my house, because then there's all kind of legal actions that can happen. Just like a girl that got stabbed or shot or whatever happened at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's I'm not dealing with that. I'm gonna tell her, hey, y'all go home. Y'all not about to jump my son or fight my daughter or whatever it is. Y'all go on about y'all business with that. But in the house, I'm gonna tell my daughter or son, hey, we gonna take boxing classes or karate classes. Which one you want to do? If it ain't one of them, the next day you go to school, you better sneak them. I better be getting called up there because you didn't start a fight because you said you tired of it. That's the quickest way to get a bully off your back. When they ain't thinking about it, just hit them.
Apply that pressure.
This motherfucker is crazy.
Apply that pressure.
Why'd you hit him? Because I felt like it. I'm tired of it. And either y'all gonna be fighting for the rest of the year, or they just go, no, if you hit them hard enough, they can be like, oh, all right, we ain't doing this. But it ain't happening at my house. No, I'm not forcing my kid to get out there and fight.
I'm on the fence. But so that was a similar situation. I forgot what state it was in, but there was a teacher that was letting students fight in the classroom. She was like, y'all got 30 seconds, no phones, no nothing. Like,
and the phone was still out.
Y'all just got to go get it.
Sound like Kenny Ray.
With the boxing gloves, hey.
Sound like us.
Let them have it.
That sound like us in the clubhouse, but that's another conversation. Go ahead, what you were saying,
But
bro?
as a parent, how would y'all feel about that? Like, your kids let...
I would be mad about it,
What you wrote?
but I would understand.
The squabble.
Teach a man, I'm squabble. Straight up. Rest in peace, Uncle Jerome. But yet, if I found out about it that it happened, I would be mad at first. But the more I thought about it, I would go up and talk to the teacher and what's the thought process, bro? Like, what the hell you doing? And he's like, well, this type of stuff is going on. I'm just trying to teach him about. And if it's explanation good, because again, I get it. They did that to us. They did that to us, bro. If you got into an issue with, especially on the team, Kenny Ray, anybody who went to Port Arthur Memorial know exactly what I'm talking about. If you get into an issue, if you get into an issue in school, especially with a teammate, but even if it ain't, they'll let, back in the day, this is a long time ago, statute of limitations up, they'll let the dude who you got into the issue with and the player on the team come in the clubhouse. We gonna lock the doors. Y'all do y'all thing. Get it off y'all chest. And after it's over, you go your way, you go there. And if I hear anything else come from this, then we gonna handle it the other way. And it was the same thing with people on the team who fighting. Stuff like that. Oh, y'all want to fight? All right, come on. Let's go to the bathroom. I mean, not the bathroom, the clubhouse. Lock the doors. Y'all get it off y'all chest. If y'all really on it like that. If not, then y'all shake hands and get the hell on about y'all business. Y'all teammates, what the hell y'all doing? But what that does is that teaches you, okay, if we gonna get into it, I gotta be willing to go all the way with it.
That's a fact.
I can't be playing with it. And most people are not willing to go all the way. So there's plenty of times where they done brought them in the clubhouse, locked the doors, and they didn't fight. They just like, man. Okay, well, y'all don't want it like that. So why y'all out there risking getting suspended and getting whatever if it ain't that serious? Because if it's that serious, y'all be fighting right now. So, again, I get it. And, in our neighborhood, the gloves, man, Brent Newcastle and them and all that. We used to have them gloves out there in El Vesta and Montrose, big dog. It was like that.
Hey.
Pull up. We had El Vesta Park. Pull up.
friendships got strained. Some gloves going on.
That's real. But you had to
Find out
hold
who
your
was your
own.
boy and who wasn't.
You had to hold your own, but it taught you life lessons because, again, you're going to face adversity in one way or another. It may not be fighting a bully, maybe on a job, maybe in your career, maybe with your family. It's a bunch of different ways. But how you going to react if you ain't never ran into adversity ever in life? Your parents done coddled you and kept you away from it. They can't be here forever. Your parents can't be here forever. They going to go eventually. Then what? So, yeah.
Back to the porn.
Hey, yo.
Wow. That is wild.
I wish I could title it, but they gonna flag us on YouTube by titling it Back to the Porn.
Get done boxing and go straight to porn.
That's trying to get that aggression out by any means necessary.
Ooh, he hit me hard. Now I'm hard.
Boy, say this toy don't talk back either.
Hey,
Boy.
man. Hey, that is what they said. They said on that stage. I was arguing with one of them dudes about that one time. On one of the Mansfield stages. One niggas was dead serious. It's like, man, I ain't that too. We ain't gonna need the women in 5 years. I'm like, we? Nigga, speak for yourself.
No, but that shit do be wild.
That's what he said. He said, we ain't gonna even need the women in 5 years.
The women,
we.
all the women shit is normalized. That's the funny part. The women are normalized. Now they got men. They got you with a brown booty, white booty, all type of just ass, just with a hole.
With a hole.
What a drain plug.
Oh my
God. I gotta drain my ass real quick.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you though. You see that?
Looking like
You see
an
that?
cooler.
You see that Guac 3000 with?
No.
Yeah, with the little spin thing. Nah. Them niggas get creative with the
Man,
toys.
ain't no
man.
way, dog. No.
Oh,
Dog, that is insane.
Bootylicious 3000.
They got jiggle to it too.
you do.
Sitting there complaining about BBLs. And you over here sitting, hitting some plastic. Hard, too.
Hard, boy.
Oh my
Still
God.
ain't getting your stroke count up.
That
You
is
still
crazy.
2 strokes in. Oh!
Panic. That's some wild shit.
You can take
What
it
was
today.
that scary movie? Stewie. I'm cleaning up my room. Came out with that vacuum.
Fam.
Fam. That's dude's real life though. Y'all laughing. This dude's really going through that.
Oh shit.
Stop it.
Just stop. Stop, please.
Stop it.
That is insane. All right.
Oh, you tight today.
What did he say? Say you tight today?
You tight today.
Oh, shit.
Niggas.
Nigga set the mood and everything.
Tight they got candles lit and music playing.
Yeah, that motherfucker loose. Look around the corner. Your dad sitting there rubbing the wall.
Fam. Hey, what if you walked in on your kid? No, let's get the reaction. What if you walk in on your kid with candles lit, music playing, with the what you called it?
Which one?
To add a fake ass
He said the booty clapper thing.
booty clap,
What you say?
booty clap 2000. What he said?
Fam.
You walk in on your kid doing that. What's the response, man?
Did you wear protection? No, I don't.
Did you wear protection?
My nigga playing it safe, dog.
Oh, shit. I probably walk in there and
I
say,
mean, I'd be embarrassed.
I'd be embarrassed. You'll be embarrassed for?
Yeah. Cut a minstrel.
I probably walk in there and be like, oh, yeah, you got a good one right there.
This is what you doing, your allowance. This is what your allowance went.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Old ass in his lap.
Should be traumatized.
Nah.
I had to walk out like I didn't see it.
Now you gotta have a conversation.
I gotta walk out like I didn't see it.
So how the conversation gonna go?
Nah, we ain't having that. We ain't talking about that. I ain't see that.
It'll never happen.
I ain't see that. Don't bring it up.
Ooh, I'm telling your mama. I'm telling your mama.
Cause I can't talk about it because I'm gonna be laughing too much. I'm gonna be joking too much, dog. It ain't gonna be a serious conversation. Oh man! All right.
You know your son in there.
In there going hell. Going crazy.
I wonder why we running out of peanut butter. It smell like
Rubber and peanut butter.
it smell like Peter Pan. Peter Pan peanut butter.
Fucking AutoZone. Peanut butter and AutoZone. Get the fuck out my head.
Cucumber melon. You smell like Bath and Body Works and AutoZone.
You got the fancy shit in there. You got your mama fancy.
You got your mama good shit. Japanese cherry blossom in that motherfucker.
Oh shit! I gotta act like it never happened. I can't have that conversation.
Oh shit!
I can't have that. I'm gonna be joking.